What we're really exploring today, I think, is the shifting boundaries of executive power, not just here at home, but on the global stage, too.
That's a good way to frame it.
We're going to unpack some seemingly separate headlines about voting, immigration, and even international diplomacy. Okay, let's unpack this. So let's start with some significant domestic policy moves, specifically the future of voting in America.
Right.
President Trump has recently declared he intends to sign an executive order for nationwide voter ID.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's not just a casual comment. He's taken a really strong stance, especially against voting by mail. There was this direct quote from the Oval Office. He said, "We're going to mail-in voting. It's time that the Republicans get tough and stop it."
Pretty unambiguous language there.
It sounds like a really significant push, potentially changing how elections might run across the country. But what really struck me was using an executive order for something like this. Seems fundamental.
Well, what's truly fascinating here, if we kind of dig beneath the surface, is the timing, the strategic context.
Okay.
This declaration about voter ID and mail-in voting, it isn't happening in a vacuum. Right? It comes just as the administration is facing, well, several pretty significant legal setbacks.
Stacks on what?
Specifically regarding other uses of presidential authority. So, for instance, a federal judge recently blocked the administration from expanding fast-track deportations.
Okay, fast track. Remind us what that means exactly.
Sure. So fast-track deportations, they essentially let the government bypass this standard immigration court process for certain non-citizens. It makes removal much quicker.
Right.
So blocking that expansion, that's a significant curb on executive power. It forces the administration back towards, more traditional judicial oversight. And at almost the same time, a federal appeals judge put the administration's emergency powers for implementing tariffs in jeopardy.
The trade tariffs? Section 232, is that right?
Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act. It lets the president impose tariffs for, quote, national security reasons. And the legal challenge there isn't just about trade policy itself. It's really about the scope of the president's power to define what counts as a national security threat, sort of unilaterally.
Got it.
So you have these two very different legal challenges, one on immigration process, the other on trade powers, but they both converge on this idea of limiting executive power in certain areas.
Yeah.
So this pivot now to an executive order for voter ID, especially after those court blocks on other powers, well, it suggests a strategic shift. They're trying to leverage direct presidential authority in an area maybe less prone to immediate judicial smackdown.
Ah, okay.
It really highlights the administration's determination to shape how elections work, even when other paths for executive action are getting more difficult.
So if I'm connecting these dots correctly, it's